Give me my theme music.
There you. The engine say, I believe. Ooh-wee. Ooh. That thing classic right there. Ooh-wee. Yes, sir. They brought out the signature stairs. That ain't no regular one. That's the signature stairs right there, buddy. The buff on the back. Ooh, whoa. Told you. That is a Rolls Royce engine right there, buddy. Rolls Royce. Ooh. God almighty. Look at the size of that engine. I'm a nice sized person, and that is a monster. Ooh, woo. What up, baby? Look at that thing, man.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. That's our good people right there that take care of us. Whoa. Hey, D-Lou, that's some steps. Whoa. That's a Wayne. Hey.
What seat are we headed for?
I got it. What is it?
And that is your first look at the travel arrangements that our Buffs are currently under, heading down to San Antonio, Texas for the Alamo Bowl. Welcome in, Buffs Nation, to Buffs News Weekly Live. I am your host, Russ Dornish, and we've got a lot of things to talk about, but I thought it'd be a great way to start off the show as Coach Sapp just posted that video. It cut off a little bit early. There was a nice joke that if we don't handle business, we're going to be flying Southwest home from Coach Prime, and I would probably have to agree with him that should be the case come Saturday evening or Sunday if they don't find the victory. So, yeah. Let's see. Jamel Scobos from New York City. Please tell me Travis is playing. Deleted his Twitter. Yeah, he's playing. He deleted his Twitter and accounts because of the hate he was getting for him and his fiance. Unfortunately, the social media bullies won, and he has removed and deactivated all of his stuff. Benzo, we're going to talk about this. He did not silently commit. He is committed. So Texas A&M lineman Aki Ogubiyi, if I pronounce that right, has committed to Colorado. Today, the silent commit, and the one that we're not sure about, is a linebacker, Max Harris. We will talk about both of those guys here in just a moment. But yes, Aki is committed to Colorado, another offensive lineman. We're going to talk about him, how he fits into the team, what does he bring, what does his past look like, and that's where we're at. I mean, they're not bullies. No, okay. We're not doing that. We're not doing that, guys. We're not. It's not up to us. Let them be. Okay, so we have got obviously a lot of stuff to cover. I want to go really quickly to transition from the video of the transportation that the Buffs are taking in style down to the Alamo Bowl with the private, customized, all business class jet, where all of the Buffs will be taking a all business class down to San Antonio. So the Buffs going in style, but that's not all. We've been showing and teasing Miss Ty and her, modifications to the hotel. We've got more of that to show you guys today. It looks like this is what the entry to the hotel is looking like. So you got that there. You got that as you come into the lobby, signs everywhere. I mean, they've taken over this hotel where they are staying at. It's kind of crazy what they've been able to do with just, using the hotel allowing them to do all this stuff, and just for the Buffs to feel at home at this hotel over the Christmas holiday as they prepare for this bowl game. The team is not messing around. They're taking this whole thing seriously. They're going in first class style because they care about the boys, and they're making sure that, hey, the travel and all the arrangements are not going to be a negative or a reason that we don't win on Saturday. So it's up to the team now to perform at the same high level of accommodations that they are getting as they head down to San Antonio. With all that's going on with social media, it's going to draw a lot of attention during the Alamo Bowl. I'm rooting for Travis to get his to have the game of his life. He probably will, if we're being honest. Yeah. The jet they're on is nice. Coach Sapp went live. Yep, I just posted the video. We just watched it here at the beginning of the stream. Coach Sapp heading onto that plane and getting to see what it looks like. Pretty awesome, if I do say so myself, that the team gets to be on something so amazing and so awesome. So let's go ahead and transition into the commits, or I should say the one commit, and the other one we've been crystal balled. He has not committed. I've seen other people posting that he has committed. He has not. It is just crystal ball as this very moment. There is no official word that he has committed. The first one that did commit, we've had multiple outlets confirm that he has committed, are Aki Ogubiyi. Aki Ogubiyi. I think that's how we're going to pronounce his name. I'm not even sure, but let's just get into a couple things about him and talk about him. He is an offensive lineman here for Texas A&M. Some things about him that I've been reading up on. Some of the places online list him as a guard or tackle, excuse me. Even Pro Football Focus has tackle. He has not played tackle. He is a guard. He has been playing guard for Texas A&M. And here's the thing. Now, when you look at these grades, there is not some good things that you see. What I like to point out is in 21 and 2020, his first year, he only played sparingly, but he played decent amount, graded out very well. Then he graded out bad in 2022, and he hasn't really recovered. Now, a lot of that has to do with he suffered an injury in 2022 per the Aggie Wire. So the Aggie Wire has a couple articles on Aki and what he did at Texas A&M, what his position was like, what his role was like. He was trending upwards, okay, with good production, very good production in his redshirt freshman year. The problem was he got injured in his sophomore year, and his play and his spot on the team slowly fell down the depth chart. The couple of things you got to realize with him is, and again, look at 2021, okay? Green, low yellow, okay? This is when he got injured, and it was a pretty big injury from what the articles said. So he kind of stunted his development and his growth. Now, the big thing and the key that we need to look at is right here. Okay, 6'4", 330 pounds as a guard. He is going to allow us to have some depth, could become an option there. Is he an immediate day one? We're penciling him in right now as a starter. No, I wouldn't say so. Everything says, too, that he grades out a lot better as a run defender rather than a pass defender. He has graded out rather consistently at the run block. Sorry, I keep saying defender. The run block. And so that is where he falls into play here for Colorado. Again, just some extra pieces. We're continuing on. That's just something to look out for. The other player that we are looking at, okay, is not committed yet, guys. We have no confirmation that he has committed from any outlet. The only thing we have is crystal balls, and that is Max Harris, linebacker from Texas State. This guy actually is looking pretty good. So between him and Reginald Hughes, we've got two guys with good production and guys who can come in and play day one. So let's take a look at his grades down below. Yes, a little bit of high yellow, but look at this, his tackling grades, 79.1. He's had some other good years, but he has the production. As a linebacker, Max Harris, if he gets added, he will be, I believe, the 12th player added to this transfer portal class. Like I said, we are in the end stages of the first wave, guys. It's going to continue on. You got to think back to last year. A majority of the best transfers that we got were in the later parts of the portal and the spring portal. Do not panic if you don't like what we see so far. A lot of this is going to be depth and additional pieces. And so that's what you do at this time of the year, guys. This is what we do. Okay. Again, go look at last year. If you want to complain about what's going on, you're not paying attention to what happened last year in the portal, what Colorado did in the portal. This is going to look a little bit different overall. Okay. It really, really is. So I know I'm already seeing comments, so we'll see. Yes, we need just depth. We need depth. We really, really do. Preston Harris. Yep. Preston Harris, also known as Max Harris from Texas State, is crystal balled to Colorado. Like I said, he is not officially committed just yet, but he is crystal balled, and that's what that looks like. Need right tackle help bad. Cardi Smith might not be ready to start. I think we'll still go after a right tackle here, probably in the late portal cycle. So be on the lookout for that. We're probably good at guard at this point between Chauncey Gooden. The other guys we've added to the team, guys, are probably going to be also a good addition. Carter Miller. Our other offensive lineman that we grabbed, he is somebody that is going to probably have a role. Tyler Brown will be coming back. I almost guarantee it. So yeah, Carter Miller, Aki Ogubiyi, those are your two offensive lineman grabs. Here is where we stand in the portal so far. Before we get to Max Harris, again, has not officially committed. Caden Salter, quarterback transfer. Wide receiver, Joseph Williams. Tight end, Zach Atkins. O-line, Aki Ogunbiyi. O-line, Carter Miller. D-line, Jaheim Otis. D-line, Gabriel Lightfoot. Linebacker, Reggie Hughes. DB, Makari Vickers. Kicker, Buck Buchanan. And punter, Damon Greaves. So that is where we sit at the official transfer list. Again, with Max Harris potentially being another add to the Colorado team. Let's go through some of Max Harris's stats. I already went over a little bit about his grades, but that's where we're at there. So Max Harris on the Texas State roster, his stats that he did this year for Texas State. Here you guys go. Just a little bit of information there. We've got 2 years. Last year, he put together 44 tackles, 22 solo, a half sack, 1 forced fumble. He has an interception the prior year at University of Louisiana Monroe. And so, again, upward trend. He's only in his second year, younger guy. So this is not just a one and done type player. Okay. One and done type player. Benzo, exactly. I'm still giving CU the benefit of the doubt because we are in the first wave of the portal. Besides Otis, I haven't seen any real big hits. The Tulsa wide receiver, I would say the Tulsa wide receiver is a big hit. I'd say Jaheim Otis is a big hit. Our kicker, guys, you can't. We've been wanting a kicker. Everybody wanted a kicker going into the portal, and we got a pretty darn good kicker out of the portal. So I'm happy with Buck Buchanan. Reggie Hughes, nothing to write home. Like nothing to write off at linebacker. And Gabriel Lightfoot, I also think, is an underrated signing. I think he actually is a very good signing for us, and I think he will have a larger effect on the team next year. Zach Atkins, great looking tight end. was also a good get. And I see Zulus also agrees with me there. Yeah, the tight end looking really, really good. So I think we have some good players. Remember, when we say, not any real big hits, you guys are probably going off of either insane production or the name and the stars associated with that name. So we've got probably 4 or 5 guys that are going to start next year out of the portal. Okay. We're not going to discount Caden Salter. Joseph Williams is a starter. Zach Atkins, starter. Jaheim Otis, starter. Reggie Hughes, starter. Okay, so decent players that we've already got, and this is the early portal, guys. We're still going to be waiting on that second wave. We also have the spring portal, and we all know who we got out of the spring portal last year. Some of the guys we got out of there were way better. Okay, you got to remember, we got Augustov out of the portal. We've got Colton Hood and his brother Brandon Hood all at the same time in that spring time frame. Guys, those are huge gets. Okay, they are huge gets, so it's still going to be available, okay? What's new at the cornerback from Washington State, Ethan O'Connor? I have heard nothing. I have heard nothing on him, which is never good, okay? Unless he commits this afternoon, we could probably say that visit did not go the way that Colorado wanted to in him committing. Again, it's usually pretty quickly after they take a visit, although we're finding out there's a number of players who have committed to Colorado without a visit, i.e. today's commits with Aki, and then I had the linebacker from Texas State, Max Harris. I don't think he has visited. He's crystal balled to us. He just got offered a Colorado offer, and it looks like he's going to be going to Colorado as a result. Okay. So that's the breaking news for today. You've got those 2 big, players to look out for. Again, we're not going to be done. Another important breaking news that I want to share with all of you guys, because again, I don't know why the recruiting services are so horrible, but Quentin Gibson was just named the Texas Player of the Year, the best player in the entire state of Texas. We've got to give him his props. Unbelievable record-breaking season for the unrated at the beginning of the season, who is now technically a 3-star composite grade. They better be bumping him to a 4-star at the minimum across the board. I know that we're going to not probably see him as a 5-star because those recruiting cycles and recruiting companies are not going to want to give it to him because of his size. Okay, it's the same reason that Mantrez Walker got dinged on his ranking. Same reason that Quentin Gibson's going to get knocked. But Quentin Gibson, absolutely unbelievable season, and we are getting the Texas Player of the Year on our team for next year. Nothing to write home about. Okay, nothing to write home about. Nothing to write off. Sorry, I keep mistaking that. I don't know why I keep doing that. Just one of those days. It's Monday before Christmas. Okay, we got that going on. And Coach Barry coming in with the early Christmas gift of $10. John C. Gooden is block bully on offense instead of defense. He's a monster at 360, pushing CU players around like a ragdoll, talking smack, and Alexander McPherson was smashing heads too. Guys, we need to talk about this, okay? The new players showed up yesterday in a big way at practice, okay? Chauncey Gooden winning reps at offensive line. You're also forgetting Coach Barry. Mantrez Walker also made a couple of plays where he got into the backfield and stopped the player in the backfield for a loss. Okay, looked unbelievable with his instincts already, feels comfortable right at home. And then Alex McPherson also making massive plays. And by the way, guys, Alex McPherson looks like a defensive lineman. He looks like a scary edge. So he's already like that, and he's not even in the college program. IMG gets those kids right. Can we just talk about that? Like, we need to just continue focusing on IMG when it comes to freshmen because they get their players right. And Alex McPherson looks every bit of the player that he should be. Okay? Every bit of the player that he should be. So Chauncey, Mantrez, McPherson, all of those players look like they can be effective on this team next year, which doesn't also include the wide receivers who are not there yet. Okay, Quentin Gibson, when he joins, Adrian Wilson, Quinnell Farrakhan, it continues on and on, guys. We have got some amazing players that we recruited. Did we recruit a lot? No. Did we get the right players, the right times? Absolutely. So again, Coach Barry, appreciate you with the $10 super chat here. The 2 day before Christmas gift. I appreciate you and everything you do and here. So thank you guys so much for that. While we continue on with this and talk about those players and what's going on, don't forget, you can always support the channel by going to the Amazon affiliate link down below. It's in the description as well. Buy CU Buffs gear and you support the channel. That easy. Okay, guys? It is. Yeah, so a couple things. Let's go through the comments, guys. Let's just chat it up here as we go. And who knows, maybe some more breaking news will occur in the next few minutes because it just seems like that's the case of what's going on a regular basis. But, yep, Joseph Williams, I've been watching his tape, guys. He is everything. He's your Will Shepherd replacement. That deep ball threat, the jump ball guy in the end zone. So that guy is going to be a great get, perfect get for what we've got going on. Yeah, he did it. Chauncey looked amazing, wonderful there. I can't wait to see what he is going to do with this team. I need to see Chauncey up against the ones first. He bullied Alex. Yes, I'm sure he did have some reps against that, but we'll have to see. Benzo, I do see Quentin Gibson as an early impact player. He should be a return specialist, motion sweep, your backup to Draylon Miller in the slot, or potential starter in the gun for slot. I think he does what Draylon did this year. I think Quentin Gibson will take on Draylon's role from last year. Draylon will move up, obviously, probably into the starting lineup, but I definitely think that Quentin Gibson should be used the same way that Draylon Miller was used. Honestly, he can fit that role perfectly. Do some nice, creative plays, whether it's the sweep, whether it was the other plays that we did with Draylon last year. Absolutely, I think that's what we're going to see. I've heard that before last spring. Northside recognized my evaluation talents. You have no clue. I predicted players' skills for decades. I said the same thing about Welsh during spring last year. I think you're right, honestly. Coach Barry, no matter what, again, you have a track record, absolutely. But no matter what, I think that's a smart take. McPherson and Gooden are every bit the size. A lot of the problem you guys need to realize, guys, a lot of the reasons that true freshmen do not do much at the Power 4 level is because their bodies are not mature enough to be able to go against full-grown men that you see in the Power 4 game. And yet, Alex McPherson and Chauncey Gooden both already are there. Jordan Seaton last year, already there. Okay? Those are guys that can go in and be, in fact, impactful at that play. Are they going to play every single down the entire year? There's no guarantee to that. But they have the very first thing already set. Okay? Already set. Yes. So our other two receivers in Adrian Wilson, and Quinnell Farrakhan, I believe, are both bigger than Gibson, just FYI, okay? So that is something to look out for. Those guys are going to be the bigger kind of long-term targets for Colorado. So just remember that when we talk about that, guys. So yeah, Quinnell Farrakhan, Adrian Wilson. Let's see what their sizes are. So Adrian Wilson is 6 foot. And then Quinnell Farrakhan is 5'11" and a half. So he's pushing closer to 6 foot as well. So much bigger than Quentin Gibson is. Okay. Coach Barry coming in again. Appreciate you again. Wow. There we go. Prime stated live, more CU players are going to hit the transfer portal. He said they think he don't know, but he do. Yeah, we got to realize there's going to be more guys hitting the portal, okay? Part of the reason we haven't seen more guys hit the portal already is because they do want to play in the bowl game. Okay, they do want to finish it out with their guys. They want to go into the portal afterwards. There's going to be a lot more players who are entering the portal, okay? So that is something to be aware of. Do not panic, guys. It's going to be, again, it's going to get worse before it gets better. So after the bowl game, we'll probably lose several players, and then we'll hit the portal and gain them back, okay? So just relax before that happens. We need to understand and let the process play out, okay? We can have the panic conversation if at the end of spring and spring practice comes and Colorado is where they are right now, okay? I'm fine to panic then. We can have a whole stream where we just crash out for an hour, okay? That's what we can do. Yeah, this is true too. They're all going to have 9 months in the strength and conditioning, okay? So could they start? Absolutely. I believe they could 100% start. Nikai Hill-Green should have finished his bowl game. Kind of slap in the face, leaving the term early before the bowl game. I would agree. I mean, I'm assuming that Bama was like, hey, we want you now. Come now. We're not going to wait for you. I don't know. Until somebody talks to Nikai, we can't hear exactly what happened. Is it frustrating that he's gone? Yes. It 100% is frustrated that he's not going to be in the bowl game. We really needed him to finish out. He was probably the biggest loss from the portal, but, it's where we're at. We're going to go with this group, and we're going to go in and play BYU hard and tough, and we're going to get that win. If Prime being in a nice running back, Augustov and Dahlen going to hit the transfer portal quick in the spring. If you bring one in before December 28th, one of them going to hit that quick. We'll have to see. There's not really much in the terms of running backs in the portal right now, guys. So it's going to have to be a second wind. We'll see if that then leads to, some of the other guys, having that happen. Okay, so outside of that, let's continue on, okay? Farrakhan, Gibson, Wilson, what a trio out of Texas. Yeah, I call them the Texas trio. It's the perfect thing. It's our perfect Texas trio, the trifecta, as I like to call it. The Texas trifecta for recruits that we got. 3 unbelievable wide receivers that we got. Yep, Joe Kidd, we're all on Bayard watch. And again, just like Ethan O'Connor, Bayard needs to be committing today. Okay? Tomorrow at the latest. If we're not getting Bayard by tomorrow, then it's not looking good. Okay? But I like where we sit with him. I feel like he is going to be good. Okay? Let's see. What do we got going on? As long as Colton doesn't hit the portal, I'm good. Colton's not hitting the portal, guys. He realizes what he's at. And honestly, you guys got to remember, he's already said that he wants to win the Thorpe Award. He's challenged himself. He's been talking to Coach Prime. That relationship there is blossoming. I don't see Colton leaving. I don't see Colton leaving whatsoever. Okay. Dallin probably gone. If we bring in a running back, Augustov stays. I would love to see him stay. We got to give him more. We got to give him more looks, guys. More looks because that's just, that's something we need to have done. Colton for Thorpe. We'll start it up for next year. That process as the year goes on. Really be going after that and trying to get him in the talks for that. Because I really do. What I saw from Colton Hood this year was absolutely unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. Dallin, a mid running back at best. Dallin and Timmons hit the portal is my guess. I mean, Timmons yesterday in Well Off said he's not going anywhere. Although we've heard that before. Okay, we've heard that before. Cormani. We've heard it before where you look in that camera and say, I'm not going anywhere, and then you go somewhere immediately after. So I don't trust that, but I'm excited to see what happens. Hood and McKinney, best duo in the Big 12. And hey, if we can get Preston Hodge back, I'm good with those 3 being our main guys. I really, really, really am. I was under the impression that Bayard from USF was probably going to sign with LSU because they left a good impression on him after the visit or somebody else, but I don't think we're getting him. Had he committed to LSU before he showed up to Colorado, I would say that. But with him coming to Colorado and still visiting us, I feel good about it because, again, that's the key. Can we get these guys on the visit? I mean, look what's been happening the last week. Most of the guys that were going to come and visit canceled because they committed elsewhere. So if we can get him in, then great. And we did with Baird. We know that he was here. He was just here over the weekend. So let's see what happens for him. Seatbelt better than Hodge. Everybody wondering who seatbelt is. That's Makari Vickers. Makari Vickers, the corner DB that we just signed. Is he from what? Oklahoma? Is he Oklahoma? Yeah. He's from Oklahoma. Tim is going to hit that portal. I can see that mile away, whether it's December 28th or later in the spring. Yeah, I can see that. Hot take, Colton should have started over DJ. I think Colton should have started over who I don't know. But I do think we should have played him more because in his time that he played, he really showed out. He really did. See you not paying that kind of bread for these dudes because they are not proven. That's correct. We want proven production if we can find it. If we can find it. Or just FYI, if you're talking about Makari Vickers, I will trust Coach Prime in his assessment of DBs. I feel like DBs might be the one position where Coach Prime may look at the actual player and not necessarily only production. Just my thoughts. Talking like DJ played garbage. He played great. Check his grades. Yeah, I that's why I said I wouldn't have said DJ. Preston up and down, but he's also really good. So I don't know who you want to say to take out for Hood. I think it was a numbers game, honestly, if I'm being honest with you guys. I don't see any indications better than Hodge. Hodge got great production last year. Vickers hasn't had proven production yet. Correct. That's true. That's true. Augustov is not consistent, and him and Dallin run into brick walls a lot. I like Welsh's upside. If he didn't pull the hamstring, he finds the hole. I love Welsh, but here's what I love about Augustov, Coach Barry, versus him and Dallin. If you look at his rushing yards per rush, like that dude, even when he got met at the line, ran so hard and strong that he always fell forward at least 2 to 3 yards. He was not getting tackled and held up in the backfield. Dallin, a lot of them was getting held up in the backfield. Welsh, what I loved about Welsh was he wasn't afraid to kick it outside. Welsh would kick it outside, get big gains. Augustov would keep it in the middle, but he would at least get those 3 yards, which is what you want minimum from your running back. So I think that's okay. In the future, unproven players will be better selected out of JUCO. That's the direction we're going to go, guys. Is if you're not a 4 or 5 star, you're going to go JUCO. You're going to play a year or 2 in JUCO, get really good, get some production, get some tape. Then you're going to go to the Power 5 or upper levels of college football based on the ruling, as long as it officially comes out that ruling is going to show, what's going on with the JUCO players. Okay. What's up, Rob? Welcome in. Appreciate you dropping by on this Monday afternoon, guys. You think Preston's going to be a second to fourth round guy right now? I don't know. I don't know if he has the production that they would want to see. That's why I thought maybe he comes back. The best thing the runners have coming is that Salters can throw the pitch play on the option, the outside, set up the runner for big plays. The defender makes the wrong decision. Yep. He's going to be a good use for us in that case. Instant improvement at safety. Shiloh was mid this past season. I think a lot of people might be, I heard Preston got hurt again. I don't think he's healthy, Coach Bear. I don't think he ever got healthy. I think he's been hurt since he's been hurt, and he just hasn't dressed. So I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, I don't think that he got another injury. I just think that legitimately he's been injured and stayed injured. So, that's where we're at. Yeah, guys. So just a couple things to let you guys know. Tonight, 6 p.m. Mountain, 7 p.m. Central if you're there. We're going to have the Buff Blitz with David tonight. We're going to talk the BYU game. We're going to preview the bowl game against BYU, look at what BYU has to offer, what we need to look out for, what Colorado's going to bring to that opponent in that game, and then just talk about any of the news as well, like we usually do for the Buff Blitz, just because we're not going to do it on Wednesday because of Christmas. So I will be taking a little bit of a break. We might have another show tomorrow, but I will not be around from Wednesday to probably Friday. I'll probably do something Saturday with the bowl game, probably a post-game show. We'll see about that, but I'll probably do a post-game show after the Alamo Bowl. So just letting you guys know the schedule of what's coming here over the next week or so. I'll try and get some pre-recorded videos out to you guys over the break, but just wanted to let you guys know what's going to be going on as we move forward, okay? Hopefully Baird signs right before your show tonight. I hope that would be nice. I'd love to do a breakdown of him. That would be perfect. Man, so Preston not playing the bowl, man, he didn't get an invite to a Shrine game. That's what I'm saying. He needs to come back, guys. I don't think he's going to get drafted based on the injury, the production this year, and, not getting to show out in any of the Shrine games or the All-Star games. So if I'm being honest, he'd be smart to come back with the new JUCO rule and just play one more year. Okay? JUCO's the worst path. They don't have the same structure. North side, it was the worst path. It is about to become the best path. It was the worst path because you were wasting eligibility down there. It can now be the best path. So money is going to start to pour into JUCO to help develop these Power 4 players. So just watch. Things are about to change. It literally, this ruling just came last week. Okay? Yes, JUCO was not the way. It is going to become the way now, simply because of how that's going to work. Okay? Simply because of how that's going to work. That's the thing. It is going to be a new route. Okay? Let's see what we got here. I'd want to go D2 or D3 over JUCO. Yes, as long as the ruling gets extended to that, I get that for sure, but we'll have to see again. We'll have to see. Preston had good coverage grades, yes, but limited production and limited, sample size, guys. He didn't play as many games as he probably needed to get that consistency there. We'll see. We'll see. I'll hold you to it, Eric. We'll come back. If he gets drafted in the 3rd or 4th round, I will call you out immediately and let you know that you are 100% right. Yep, they had to do something to fix JUCO. JUCO was dying 100% with the transfer portal and everything going on. JUCO was dying. But if this rule comes to pass and they extend it out, yes, JUCO is back. JUCO is back. If you had the chance to go G5 versus JUCO, you play, develop, and keep eligibility. Exactly. That's my point of this change. If you can keep your eligibility, why not go there and develop a little bit more? Cook in the oven a little bit more than sit at G5. That's what I think. You think Hank hits the portal? I don't know. Deep down, do I feel like he might? Yes. But we'll have to see. That was a hard one. That is a really, really hard one. Do you think he's making the NIL? I think he can stay healthy for Pro Day or get a drafted free agent. I'm sure he's getting a little bit of money. I'm sure Coach Prime's not going to pay him for free to come back. So maybe that's the play, is he can make more money by coming back and have more of a guarantee. Sorry, I know this isn't about the transfer portal. Do you think BYU will give a good game? Yes, I do. Because guess what? Silly guy. Appreciate the comment too. Appreciate you coming in for the first time here. Haven't seen you in a while or in here. BYU, every team treats Colorado like we are their Super Bowl. So we are always going to get the best out of the teams we play, guys. We are going to get the best. But Colorado is also going to bring our best. I don't think we're going to have an issue. We play well on the road. We're going to be playing in an atmosphere that I think we'll be comfortable in. The last thing I saw was CU did sell out of their allotment of 6,000 tickets. On top of that, it looks like the stadium is pretty much sold out. My guess is it's probably going to be 70% CU fans, 30% BYU fans. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. If you don't think that I'm right, let me know. But I think that as far as the fans and the crowd and the atmosphere, it's going to be heavily skewed to Colorado. But BYU is 100% going to bring their best game of the season. So we've got to bring our best. Appreciate it, Rob. Yep, everybody hit that like button, please, on your way in, out, whatever you're doing. If you have to leave, appreciate you guys coming in. They say Gardner looked amazing at Buffs practice. He looks like a good recruit. I completely forgot about him sometimes. Jay Gardenhire. I'm assuming that's who you're talking about? Gardenhire instead of Gardner? Just wondering. I hope they do because I'm a BYU fan, but also a fan of this channel because y'all is always nice to me. Well, we appreciate you coming in. Like I said, BYU is going to bring their best. It's going to be a good game overall, guys. I do. I think that out of the non-playoff games, the Alamo Bowl will be the number one watched bowl game, and I think it'll be probably one of the best games to watch. I think it'll be one of the most competitive. It's going to be an awesome game overall. I'm excited to see what happens. Oh, yeah, I don't think they don't. The key is with the Colorado fans, it's not that we travel well, it's that we are national. Okay, because of Coach Prime, we span the entire nation, including a massive, massive following in Texas because of Coach Prime and his connections. So we're playing in Coach Prime's backyard, okay? It was either here or Florida. You do those two, we're going to see a massive contingent of Buffs fans. Oh, let's see what else you guys got going on. My guess is there's going to be around 8 to 10 million people watching, maybe more with all the social media drama building up. Yeah, I think that's not bad. And this is the other one I want to say. Yep, Jimmy Horn is going to go crazy. Shador's job in Saturday's game is to help his receivers get their draft stock up. Here's the thing, guys. Travis Hunter won the Heisman. Shador does not need to force feed Travis. Okay? And trust me, he was force feeding him in that Oklahoma State game. I was there. I could see the plays happening. He had wide open guys left and right, and Shador was only looking at Travis and forcing that ball in there. So when it comes to this game, Shador's going to throw the rock around. Jimmy, LeJounte, and Shepard are all going to have big games. Just watch. Okay? All going to have big games. Just watch. Totally disagree. I played college football and all my brothers played DB in the NFL. I know DBs, every DB will get beat sometimes, but that's my opinion. Correct, Robbie. They will get beat. They are definitely going to get beat. That I can tell you. Y'all understand JUCO is horrible. Most JUCOs don't have equipment or coaches. The coaches be guys that work at Dollar Tree. Northside, I'm not saying every JUCO, but there are plenty of JUCOs out there that are going to get some of these players because they are a top level JUCO. Yes, not every JUCO is the same. Not every JUCO has the facilities or the personnel or anything like that. But we do have examples of very, very good JUCO programs. I'm talking about the best of the best. They are going to get more talent than they would have previously, especially when it comes to high school guys. I totally agree. I do understand that JUCO does not have the facilities in a lot of places, but there are some that do. There are some that do. BYU's national as well. I think it'll be more 60-40 or 50-50 even. We'll see. We'll see. I just know that a lot of our games this year have been 50-50, 60-50 the other team, which is kind of sad because we're in their home stadium. So, you know, the fact that we're going to a neutral stadium that's located in Prime's backyard, it's going to be pretty big contingency that's going there. I think Hank Timmons will hit transfer portal and some of them freshmen going to take starting spots. I see it a mile away with at least 3 already. Coaches were licking their chops at practice. Yeah, I can only imagine what Lodeholt and Sapp are thinking when they look at the guys that they're going to be able to work with when it comes to the new recruits and how good they are. I mean, when Corey Phillips turned to that camera yesterday and say, "We recruit good players," that was something. That was something For real. Kai. I worked at Dollar Tree. Oh, Kai wins comment of the day. Kai wins comment of the day. Oh my gosh, that is good. Like with BYU being religious university, a lot of fans from across the nation. That makes sense too. I can give that to you. You are going to get the Mormon fan base to follow along and be there and want to be there. So absolutely. And see, yeah, there's 3 divisions of JUCO. So I'm talking about the top one. I'm not talking about just any old JUCO. My trends in the portal still remain: O'Connor, Eric O'Neill, Takario Davis, and Branch. Am I missing anyone? Okay, Branch not coming. Takario not coming. Eric O'Neill, I've heard nothing on yet, whether or not he is what he is looking at. Let me see if there's any rumors out there on the net to Eric O'Neill at all. If I can even find anything on him, let's try and find out what we got. Eric O'Neill, football. Got to make sure we spell the name right when we do this. Okay, Eric O'Neill in the transfer portal. Okay, Eric O'Neill. Oh, what do we got? Okay, so potential landing spots for Eric O'Neill based on a couple of different reporters: Florida State, Syracuse, Rutgers, UNC, and Indiana. Indiana makes sense. That's what they have listed. So nothing really mentioned on Colorado yet with him. Not to say that we wouldn't jump in at some point, but it's not looking like we're in on O'Neill either. Yep, Hillgreen went to Alabama. He committed there. Money, guys. And they even anticipate to be a big show out to the game. I'm sure they will. I do. Just be patient. There's some kids that are going to hit the portal from other colleges. Yeah. Again, first little push. Guys, it's early. Colorado versus Texas Tech for the Big 12 championship next year. Calling it. I would love that. Do we play Texas Tech in the regular season, though? 2025 Colorado football schedule. The reason why I say that is my guess is it's going to be teams that don't play each other that end up playing, just because. Okay, we don't play Texas Tech, so I think that's a good guess. I appreciate you, silly guy gaming. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for subbing. And appreciate you dropping by and being a part of the chat and the channel. Again, always happy to have fans from other teams be a part of it. You know, we're all Colorado teams at heart. Texas Tech bought their entire team. Yeah. Coach Barry, yep, exactly. He has family. He understands the need to bring in that bag. Juju, quarterback competition, any news on how he's doing so far? First practice, one practice only. I don't even know if he threw. Guys, we don't have any film or footage of him throwing, just him going through some footwork drills. My guess is they're going to ease him in, and that's gonna be the fact. Okay, that's gonna be the fact of where it goes. So we're gonna have to be patient on figuring that out. And Caden Salter's not even there yet, so the quarterback competition doesn't start till spring. Yeah, that's as far as we know. Again, we don't have tape. Maybe they just didn't film Julian Lewis throwing the ball for whatever reason, but that's where we're at with that. Yep, he does. Yep, he has a broken bone somewhere in his throwing hand. We could say it's a finger, the internal part of his hand. We don't know. He had that at the end of the season, so I think he's going to take it easy, but I think he's still going to practice and be a part of the team and listen to Shador and watch him and do everything that he needs to do. Okay, my guess is Nakai. I mean, hey, if he's getting paid to sit in there on the bench, I guess that's what he's doing. Yep. Nakai has 2 kids. He probably got about 250 to 350K. Smart move. He did this for his family. Nobody can be mad. I don't think anybody can be mad. I really don't. Nobody can be mad. We wish him well. I hope deep down that he goes out and balls out. I do. I'll be rooting for him. Just happy he didn't go to another Big 12 team. If that happened, then I might have some issues with it, but I'm happy for him. He went SEC, he went Bama. That's a pretty big program to then switch over to. So the money's good, the playing's good, and yeah. Omarion and Draylon, are they starters next year? I think so. They're my early favorites. Here's who I think we're gonna have: Omarion and Joseph Williams on the outside, and then Draylon, Cam, maybe a combination of some of the other freshmen. I think will be on the inside. That's what I think is where we're going to be at, guys. So, yeah, I think that's what we're going to see for our starters, which, hey, that's a pretty darn good thing. Yeah, Julian Lewis played his last 2 playoff games with a cast in his throwing hand. He didn't play with a cast. He played with a wrap, basement, and then he wore gloves. You can't throw a football with a full cast. So, a brace, yes. A cast, no. January 9th is when the real work starts for CU. Let's focus on BYU, celebrate our players last time playing, bring home the wins, go Buffs. Appreciate you, Rob. And I think this sentiment is perfect for what we've got going on. 100% the way we're looking at it. And hey, tonight we turn the page to look at BYU. So make sure you guys tune into the show this evening, 6 p.m. Mountain Time with me and David Talks Buffs. We'll be talking the BYU game. So come in, give us your comments, give us your opinions on the game. If you're a BYU fan, be there. Okay. Silly Guy Gaming, hope you're there so you can chat with us, give us a perspective from a BYU fan. Hopefully we get some other BYU fans in the chat. Would love to see that because I love to hear from other teams what they think of their players and what they think of our players. It's going to be very interesting to see overall. While I've got you guys, make sure you're subbed and like this video. You guys have been awesome. We're getting so close, by the way, to the 4,000. We really, really are. We're about 200 now away, I believe. I'm going to give you guys an updated number as we sit here. Yes, we are 15 away from 2,800, 3,800. Okay, so keep hitting that like, subscribe, sharing it with people, okay? I appreciate you guys so much. And again, make sure you like, make sure that if you want to support the channel, head to my link down below. It's in the description as well. Purchase yourself some CU stuff. You'll be supporting the channel. Okay, so you don't have to just give money for no reason. You'll get something in response to doing that. So feel free to do that. Appreciate all of you guys so much. I'm going to get out of here, and I will be back tonight with David Talks Buffs. But until then, thank you guys so much, and Go Buffs.